Hey there, here to show you 10 tips to avoid when looking to purchase a property. These homes are so ugly and impractical that no one in their right mind would want to purchase them, no matter how cheap they are. So if you're looking for a fixer-upper with lots of potential, then you're definitely in the wrong place. Before we start the video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for upcoming videos. Let's start the video. Number 1. The house is too big and takes up too much space. The house is big. It is too big. It takes up too much space. It is a burden to keep clean and maintain. It is an albatross around my neck, a noose around my neck, a weight around my neck. I am tired of it. I want to sell it, move into a smaller house, an apartment, a condo, a shack, anything that is smaller than this behemoth of a house. I am done with it. I want to be free from it. Smaller is better. Less space means less to clean, less to maintain, and less of a financial burden. I am ready for a simpler life, one that does not revolve around this house. Let someone else deal with it. I am done. Number 2. There are no schools or hospitals in the area. While small towns and rural areas have a lot to offer in terms of natural beauty and a slower pace of life, they can also be lacking in essential infrastructure. One important factor to consider when choosing where to live is whether there are schools and hospitals in the area. Without these vital services, residents would have to travel long distances for basic medical care or education. In addition, the presence of schools and hospitals can help to attract other businesses and amenities to an area, making it a more desirable place to live. While there may be trade-offs to living in a remote location, access to essential services should be high on the list of priorities. Number 3. It's in a bad neighborhood. If you're looking for a safe and secure place to live, it's important to consider the neighborhood as well as the property itself. A neighborhood with high crime rates is more likely to see break-ins, vandalism, and other problems. In addition, bad neighborhoods are often noisy and chaotic, which can make it difficult to get a good night's sleep or concentrate on work or school. If you have children, you may also be concerned about their safety if they play outside in a bad neighborhood. While living in a bad neighborhood isn't ideal, there are some ways to make it work. If you're careful and aware of your surroundings, you can minimize your risk of becoming a victim of crime. In addition, many bad neighborhoods have hidden gems, small businesses, green spaces, and friendly neighbors that make them worth exploring. Living in a bad neighborhood doesn't have to be a nightmare if you're prepared for it. Number 4. It needs too much work to be fixed up. Abandoned buildings are a dime a dozen. They're an eyesore, they bring down the property value of the area, and they can even be dangerous. So why bother trying to fix one up? It's just not worth it. It would take too much time, money, and effort to make it habitable again. Time, money, and effort that could be better spent elsewhere. Besides, even if you did manage to fix it up, it's likely that it wouldn't stay that way for long. Once people realized that the building was habitable, they would start moving in without permission, and before you know it, you'd have squatters on your hands. No, it's just not worth it. It's better to leave these buildings to rot. Number 5. It's been on the market for too long with no offers. It's been on the market for over 6 months now with no offers, and I'm starting to worry that something might be wrong with my house. Potential buyers have come to look at it, but no one has made an offer yet. I've done everything I can think of to make it more appealing. I've decluttered, staged, and even lowered the price, but still no one seems interested. Maybe it's the location. Maybe it's the fact that it's a bit older than some of the other houses on the market. Whatever the reason, I'm starting to lose hope that anyone will ever make an offer on my house. Number 6. The owner is difficult to work with. Working with a difficult boss can be a frustrating and draining experience. It can be hard to stay motivated when you feel like you're not being appreciated or when your efforts are constantly being undermined. The best way to deal with a difficult boss is to try to understand their perspective and find common ground. It's also important to stay calm and constructive, even when it feels like the situation is hopeless. Remember that you're not alone. Plenty of other people have dealt with difficult bosses successfully. With patience and perseverance, you can find a way to work constructively with even the most challenging individual. Number 7. there are too many restrictions on who can buy it. Cigarettes are one of the most heavily regulated consumer products in the world. In many countries, strict laws govern who can purchase cigarettes and where they can be sold. These laws are based on the belief that cigarettes are harmful to both smokers and non-smokers, and that minors should be protected from becoming addicted to tobacco products. While there is no question that cigarettes are harmful, many people believe that the restrictions on who can buy them are too strict. They argue that adults should be free to make their own choices about whether or not to smoke, and that the government should not interfere in personal decisions. What do you think? Should there be fewer restrictions on who can buy cigarettes? Number 8. It's in a remote location, and there's not much to do around there. If you're looking for a place to get away from it all, then a remote location might be just what you're looking for. There are plenty of benefits to living in a remote location, even if there's not much to do around there. For one thing, you'll be able to enjoy peace and quiet that you can't find in a more populated area. You'll also have the opportunity to really connect with nature and experience all that it has to offer. And of course, you'll be able to avoid the hustle and bustle of everyday life. While a remote location might not be for everyone, it can definitely be an appealing option for those who are looking for something different. Number 9. The price is too high compared to other houses in the area. When it comes to purchasing a home, price is often one of the most important factors. After all, it's a major investment, and you want to be sure that you're getting a good deal. However, there are other factors to consider as well, such as location, size, and amenities. In the end, it's up to the buyer to decide what's most important. If you're focused on finding the best value for your money, it's important to compare houses in the same area. That way, you can get a better sense of what the going rate is and whether or not the price is fair. Of course, there are always exceptions to the rule, so it's also important to use your best judgment. If a house seems like a great deal, even if it's slightly more expensive than others in the area, it might be worth considering. Ultimately, it's up to you to decide what you're willing to pay for your new home. Number 10. It doesn't have any unique features. At first glance, the city of Los Angeles may not seem like a particularly interesting place. It doesn't have any unique features or landmarks that make it stand out from other cities. However, upon closer inspection, there are actually many things that make LA special. For starters, it's home to Hollywood, the world's biggest film industry. It's also a highly diverse city, with people from all over the world coming to live and work here. As a result, LA has a vibrancy and energy that is unmatched by any other city. In addition, the city has great weather year-round, which makes it a perfect place to live or visit. So while Los Angeles may not have any one defining characteristic, it is still a truly unique and special place. That's all for today. Make sure to subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon for amazing and informative videos.